Love.
Hi guys, welcome to another fabulous Wednesday here on Get It Got It Good. Yes, I'm distracted because I'm looking at this man's next to me video. Okay, so I'm excited today because today is Tre Da Kid Day.
Yeah, oh,
Wouldn't
Tre
that
Da
be cool?
Kid Day. Word.
Minneapolis says we're going to declare this Tre Da Kid Day.
Yeah, I can't
right?
wait till that day.
So, I have with me DMV local Tre Da Kid with me. And the best way to introduce this man on this January the 16th is for you guys to watch this video really quick. Be right back.
Run it. Run it. Run it. Run it. Run it. Run it.
We got London on the track. I'm about to run up a big one. I'm about to run up a big one. Come in, little baby, come sip some. Come in, little baby, come sip some. Yeah. Watch me go and run it up. Cause what I got right now just ain't enough.
Welcome back, you guys. See, I was ready for you this time. Anyway, as I said earlier, we have Tre Da Kid in the house with us today. And is it what? 300 Entertainment?
300.
I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
which one is it?
I'm actually I actually have a single deal with 300 Entertainment, which led to, partnership with AMG Music for some album deals. But Keep It Raw Entertainment is something that, I originally started my own record label around, I want to say 2004, 2003. And partnered up with my friend Sal, who was just on the show, and a few of my homeboys who also rap. And I just been keeping the name alive since high school. It's just something I love, so I just kept going with it.
I mean, I like the name of it,
Yeah.
right? It's about raw talent, raw lyrics, keeping it real, right?
Yep.
So before we go further with Tre, I have to interrupt really quick.
Mm-hmm.
Only to say thank you to my sponsors. I have to give you a shout out because I do not want to forget you guys. So thank you, Dance Solutions, Youth Outreach, Mission Dance Work. Who else? Oh, One Man Sharpens Another, and McKeek Senior Home. I appreciate you guys. Thank you. We're going back to Tre.
Right.
So let me ask you a question real quick. How did you even start in this game?
Rapping?
Mm-hmm.
My dad was a DJ all my life. Like, it's not a CD, a record, a vinyl that I never probably heard. Like, we had it all in the house. And he was also a radio host. So just music was just something that was in the house. The moment I was old enough to touch the turntable, I remember my first whipping from my dad was from scratching Michael Jackson's Thriller record. And I just was in love with music, I knew this what I wanted to do by the time I was my son age, like 8. That's why I tell my son all the time, if football is what you want to do, which I see it in him like right now, he just as passionate about it as I am with music. So I was like, you gotta find out now. Like, we can't wait till you 18, 19, ready to get out of school and figure out what you want to do. So I asked him, and he said, yeah. So I make sure I do extra training with him just to, because I did that myself. When I was 8, I was studying records. I didn't just like songs. Like, I used to like looking inside the CD panel and see who made this record, who recorded this, who mixed the song, who co-wrote it. Like, I just was in love with every aspect of music. So by the time I was like in the 2nd grade, I knew this what I wanted to do.
So you guys, make sure you understand that whatever you want to do, you're going to have to put the work in. You're going to have to study your craft. I don't care what industry, what profession is going to be, but you actually study, who wrote it, how was it made, and everything. So what was your favorite part of that?
It started with just being a fan. That's like liking songs. And I'm going to tell you a funny story. I actually learned how to rap by memorizing songs. Like I'm like, if I could memorize this song word for word, say it as fluently as them, then I could make my own song. So I used to like write the lyrics down to songs that I knew and just read them back to myself to see if I could read it like in
I
this.
remember writing down lyrics. Yeah, you guys don't know nothing about that. Because you just Google the lyrics.
Yeah, right. So I just used to do that, and I think like the composing of music. Once I did that, I just totally fell in love with like, yeah.
Remember when it used to come with some of the records having the lyrics in it?
You're
like,
right,
awesome.
and you just read like the whole song before the CD was even a week old. So yeah, that's how it really much started for me.
So then, when was the first time you actually wrote your first rap and said, "Let me try this"?
I wrote my first rap in 1994 or 95. I want to say to the Loonies. I got 5 on it beat. That like I said, by my dad being a DJ, this when CDs came with the single, and the single would contain the radio version, the explicit version, and the instrumental. And I just like, man, let me try write my own rap to this joint. And but for that, I don't think I missed a day since then. I'll be 32 this year.
You
So
a baby.
yeah, so you gotta figure that's a lot of writing. Like, and if I do miss a day of writing, I try the next day to write double as much, or just it's not a day go by I don't do something musically though.
So I noticed on your page, on your social media, which is real quick, how can people find you?
Tre Da Kid at TredDakidTDK. Yep,
Okay.
Yep, that easy.
So on some of your social media, you put freestyles, and it's what did you call it?
TDK Tuesday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's straight off the dome. That's like off the top of your head.
To be honest with you, I initially 2 years ago I started writing. I would write them and just try to memorize them. But work got so loaded, and I didn't want to let my fans down. So it's like I had to learn a new technique, which I've been doing, which I studied Jay-Z. It's called air writing, where I could listen to a beat and just think of lyrics, and memorize them until I got it down. And I haven't wrote a freestyle in maybe a year. So everyone you see,
I learned something new.
they're really like just me thinking out things and just memorizing them. Like I just got this gift since a little kid to just memorize stuff, and like I could just listen to the beat, think of the lyrics, and before you know it, we got a freestyle every week. So I pat myself on the back for that one.
Look, I'm musically challenged. I like beats. I can dance to beats, stuff like that. But I can't write. I'm not a singer. I'm not any of that. However, as a child, we used to write music only to memorize school facts.
Right.
So that's as far as I go.
Right.
Or help my daughter learn how to spell her name.
Word.
So what did you see when you saw yourself at 8 or whatever and you said, I love this game? What did you see yourself becoming then?
I could almost say this. Like, I always knew that, like, something big was going to come out of me rapping. Even despite the area I was from, coming up in Annapolis, Maryland, we really don't have no radio outlets, no big media or marketing places. But I just knew with my talent alone and a little bit of hard work behind it that I'll be exactly where I am now. That's why I never get overwhelmed with like opportunities or anything that comes to me. It's always I want more after that. It's like almost like a high. It's like, okay, I did this. What can I do now?
Like being on stage.
Yeah.
Feed that energy.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Yep.
So how did it happen though? So I know you won a contest. Tell us about that.
I won the Verizon and 300 Entertainment first annual. Let's say that I'm the first annual winner. Freestyle 50 competition, which was a worldwide competition with thousands of entries. And at that time, my mom just passed away, and I was kind of lost. Like, but I knew the only thing that could save me was rapping or just music, period. So I told myself, I said, man. And this wasn't even me working off faith. I just knew something good was going to happen with my career. So I was like, I just was going like at every opportunity, and when I came across that one, I was like, you know what, this gonna be it. So I really put all my focus into that competition, and like I never had a doubt in my mind that I was gonna lose, like, or like I never just thought that I would lose that thing. I knew I was gonna win that. So
you know, like you know, like you know.
yeah, you know,
now,
like you know.
I call that faith.
Yeah.
But you have to just put it all on the line, and you can't think, what if I lose? Because I believe in putting things out there that you want to happen, right?
Right.
And if you're putting out mixed messages, then of course you're not going to get what you want.
Right.
You had no doubt that this was going to be it.
Yeah, no
So
doubt in my mind.
how has your life changed since that moment?
A lot has changed for the good and for the bad. Starting with the bad, just to get that out the way. Unfortunately, my dad died right after that too. So in that 7-month time span, I lost my moms and my pops from winning that contest to getting the deal. So that's the unfortunate part, that like my parents believed in my dream just as much as me. Like my dad never forced me to like try to play sports, or you know, like just that fatherly thing. Like I want my son to play football. Yeah. He always wanted me be in the music. So the unfortunate side is that they didn't get to see, you know, all this coming. But oh man, I done met so many celebrities. I've been in so many different rooms with like people that I admired, like that they don't even know. Like I studied, you got, like when I first met Kevin Liles, like I told him like Backstage is one of my favorite movies of all time. Like I watch the way tours get ran, the way they just market art, like everything. So the good is just the people I met, the opportunities that came, and then just stuff like this, like the interviews. Like I love every aspect of everything I do in my career, even the bad. Like with this industry, it's just so many loopholes and so many just things that's covered up that you don't see until you get there. But I just love it. Like, and I think that's the part that separate me from a lot of artists. Like I know for sure a lot of people that would have put their feet in my shoes, they would have been
been overwhelmed, and it was just too much. There's a lot that goes on behind the scenes.
Right.
Right. The hours that you got to put in the studio.
Yep.
Right. The hours that you got to put in on the road, doing different things, coming to different places like WBGR.
Yeah.
Right. And then the people that you have to be able to work with different type of people. Mm-hmm. Because as we know, there's different personalities, and they're not always the best mix. Have you ever met with somebody so far in your career that you had to work with, but you really didn't? You don't have to name names. So
no. Even if I did, I wouldn't mind it. But I wouldn't say like specifically the person, but just certain situations where like I might be booked for this and supposed to go on at that time, and when I get there, it's like y'all don't have nothing together. Like, and I'm very prompt with time. Like, you see, I was here, you told me to be here at 11, I was here at 10:45. But yeah, it's just like, it's just this industry, it's no promises. Like, no promises are ever kept. And that's just with everything and everybody in it. It's like, and I feel like I'm one of the few that I've done everything that has ever been asked for me, that this industry ever asked me to do. Mm-hmm. And that even go back to with my fans, like with the TDK Tuesdays, I get so many people like, can we get a freestyle? And they don't understand, it's like, I'm not just a rapper, I deal with real life too. Like, I'm very involved as a parent, I'm very involved as, like, I work too. Like, so a lot of people don't understand that aspect of it, but I still make time and dedication to every promise that I give to my fans, which unfortunately doesn't always happen in my situation. Yeah. But it's the industry. That's just how it goes.
So then, how is your son taking this? Like, this change?
My son doesn't care at all that I rap. Like, I'm just dead to him. Like, my son friends, like, oh, that's Tre Da Kid, that's your father. Like, no, he doesn't mimic me. Like, he doesn't try to, like, look dead. Like, he really, I'm just dead to him. And that's the great part about, like, our relationship. Like he's my son, and I'm dead. Like, that's it. Like, he doesn't really care about this at all. Trust me. Like, the fame, none of that. Like, he really doesn't care.
So I always have to ask people from the DMV because, like you said earlier, you're from Annapolis. It doesn't really have this large, like, happening,
Right.
scene. So do you see yourself moving away from the area, moving to New York or Cali or something?
To be honest with you, my whole initial plan is to do that. I actually just put in my 2 weeks at work, which is like a sad thing because my job was so supportive of my career. But yeah, my whole plan for 2019 was to get back to Atlanta. Me and Carmen Shaw, we talk about it all the time, and I just think it's just a good thing for me. Like a part of the reason I stayed here was for my dad. I could have left like initially at I won the contest, but I'm like, my mom just passed. I didn't want to leave my dad here by himself. But now that all that's gone and I'm focused, Atlanta is definitely my move. Like that's my next move.
So you like the scene there?
I love the scene there. I love, I just love the hospitality. And I really think there's so many opportunities for me. I just read an article that Atlanta is tied for the #1 city for black economic wealth. And it's not a lie. Like, I just visited Atlanta last April for my birthday, and I went into a Zaxby's and got something to eat, and the whole staff was African American. And it like made my it's like Black Wall. It made me smile to see, and when I say this, like, and you hear fast food and blacks, like, you just think of like bottom of the barrel black people. Like, no, like the women were beautiful. Like the lady who took my order is like, I can't believe you work at Zaxby's right now. And I just looked around like this is it. Like, even when I went in the mall, I seen so many, how can I say this, like, without sounding like crazy, it felt like every black person was not wealthy but good enough. Like, I felt like nobody was in there like stealing. Nobody. It's like we all like in here. We work. We good. It's like
I know what you
it
mean.
was a, it was a
back to Atlanta
yeah. It was a
I
good
can't
feeling.
wait.
It was definitely a good
Definitely.
feeling. It made my heart smile, and I was like, yeah, I gotta come back here. Like, I
And
got
do
to.
the next phase.
Yeah, in the next phase of my life. Yep.
So what do you want that next phase to be and look like?
Oh man, been making the transition out of my 20s, the things that I did think I wanted from my career, I really don't want no more. I always wanted like just everything that came. What we see is
What
the
we think
facade
of,
of the
yeah.
rap, the girls, the cars, all that. Really, I would just really want to establish, a stability for me and my son. Just giving him something to look forward to like really show like I avoided everything the fast way to take the long route to help him. And just
Parenting first.
yeah,
Awesome.
and just like just that hope, like for people in my city to like, this guy did it big. Like, I'm just not like another person. Like, I just really exceeded any expectation that not only Annapolis but Maryland gives us, and just show the world that it could be done.
And that's why I love to support local talent, and it's because there's always this perception that you're from Annapolis, you're from Columbia, you're from somewhere that does not have the connections, that does not have the access to the lifestyle, to the career paths that some of you guys may want, and you think just because you live here you can't succeed
Right.
in that area. And so I like having people like Tre Da Kid on to show that it is possible. Right?
Word.
So with that, we're gonna take a break because I want you guys to see this video. Who's on this video? Run it.
Run It is a song featuring TK Kravitz, who's real big in the game right now. I think he got like 3 Billboard charting songs last year, so that was dope. And it's produced by London on the Track, who's one of the top producers in the industry right now. And it was just a great time just doing it, working on the song, and to be at 2 million streams is crazy. So Run It.
Definitely like it,
Love
and
it.
reshare it, and everything else. So here it is. Run it.
Run it. Run it. Run it. Run it. Run it. Run it.
We got London on the track. I'm about to run up a big one. I'm about to run up a big one. Come in, little baby, come sip some. Come in, little baby, come sip some. Yeah. Watch me go and run it up. Cause what I got right now just ain't enough. Yeah. I like bad bitches in the sauna. Gotta buy Billy, not a Honda. Oh.
I'm about to run me some bands up. Bad bitches, put your hands up. All my real niggas stand up. Get money, count the brands up. About to run me up some racks. I put my city on my back, then put my city on the map. We got London on the track. I'm about to run up a big one. Bottles popping, let's sip something. Come here, little baby, let's twist one. Pockets fat like Big Pun. Big money, no small talk. Make hits out the ballpark. We deliver like UPS. Trap open like Walmart. I'm about to tear the club up. I ain't talking about 3-6. Mix the syrup with the Fanta. Yeah, we call that a remix. Racks busting out the rubber band. Trap boom, I do the running man. Try and count me up 100 grand. Another 100, do the money dance. Now watch me go and run it up. Now watch me go and run it up.
I'm about to run up a big one. I'm about to run up a big one. Come in, little baby, come sip some. Come in, little baby, come sip some. Yeah. Watch me go and run it up. Cause what I got right now just ain't enough. I like bad bitches in the sauna. Gotta buy Billy, not a Honda. Whoa.
I'm about to run me some dough up. Had a rap game sewn up. Yeah, my name Tre Da Kid, but my bank account grown up. This my year, I'm about to take that. Took a loss, had to shake back. Run it up, yeah, I make racks. Bad bitches go and shake that. I put my bitch in designer. I just be getting them commas. VIP with the models. We just be popping them bottles. I'm next up on your rap list. Like Pringles, high stack chips. Bruce Lee, I got mad kicks. I just tore down Saks Fifth. Money machine, adding it up. We just be racking it up. 20s, 50s, 100s. We just be stacking it up. Yeah. Now watch me go and run it up. Now watch me go and run it up.
I'm about to run up a big one. I'm about to run up a big one. Come in, little baby, come sip some. Come in, little baby, come sip some. Yeah. Watch me go and run it up. Cause what I got right now just ain't enough. I like bad bitches in the sauna. Gotta buy Billy, not a Honda. Whoa.
Welcome back, you guys. I hope you guys enjoyed that video. So we went from live on Facebook and we switched over to live on IG. Instagram. You know, we gotta give everybody love.
Yeah.
So what's up, IG?
What's up? What's up, IG?
So back to this, because we only got a little bit of time left. But I want to definitely make sure people know once again where to find you on IG.
At Tre Da Kid TDK. That's TredaKid TDK.
And that's also on Facebook as well.
You just Tre Da Kid. Just Google Tre Da Kid.
Yeah, it'll come up.
Yeah.
Trust me, it'll come up. So I saw you performing in a white shirt. What is that? Summer.
Yeah. Over the summer, I had glasses on right here.
So tell me about
Summer
that.
Jam.
What was that for?
Summer Jam is actually one of the biggest, like, I don't want to call it concert, like hip hop festivals, like in the world.
Where's it at?
I actually this year was in the Jets Stadium at MetLife Stadium. So to perform in MetLife Stadium was like, it got to be one of my biggest, definitely my biggest milestones thus far. And I opened the show up. You had Chris Brown there, Fat Joe and Remy Ma. It was just so many. I never been around those many celebrities where, like, I finally like, yo, this is real. I'm normal. Like, I felt so normal, like, for the first time in my life. It was just crazy. But Summer Jam was definitely like one of my biggest milestones. It was like, whew, 20,000 people.
So my experience, you guys, because I always say it on here, started as a dancer, backup dancer. My experience in doing shows, right, is we perform and then everybody's kind of huddled in their own little quarters or their own little backstage, or you can't really mingle because of security issues and things like that.
Mm-hmm.
So backstage for something this large with this many celebrities, this many big names, what was that like?
Oh, that was the crazy part. Just the backstage we actually had, like, by being Summer Jam and it's outside, that backstage was filled with trailers and like a tent. And in my tent, it was Young M.A., Dave East, A Boogie. And like I said, it was just like, it was like, I felt so out of place and normal that I had to ask my manager at the time, like, yo, I'm hungry. Can I get up and get like one of the burgers? They like, yo, everything for you. You one of them. Like you wanted them. And I was like, you know what? You're right. Like let me get it together. Like, so it was definitely like, it was that experience. Just the backstage was different. The love was overwhelming.
Kind of like an out of body. Like,
yeah,
oh my goodness, I'm one of them, but I don't feel like one of them.
Yeah, I was definitely having an out of body experience. Like, yeah, I had to get it together quick. But once I hit the stage, like, one thing with me with rapping, it's like I never get the jitters. Like, it's like once I get into rapping, it's a rap. Like, people don't really think it, but I'm bashful. Like, I'm very bashful. It's just when I rap, I get this. And that's what I seen in my son. It's like I gotta tell my son to speak to people sometimes. Not because he's not well mannered. He's just so bashful. Like, he's scared. But when he get on the football field, it's just like he's an animal. Like, nothing could stop him. I'm the same way with rapping. It's just like I just turn
you'll find a lot of people in their professions, they just get tunnel vision, they get focused, they kind of block things out.
Right.
Do you actually, because I know sometimes when I perform, I'm in the zone, right? So I don't actually recall seeing the audience or anything else.
Yeah.
It's just kind of like you're there and you're like, wow, this is over already?
Right.
So do you actually visually like see and feel what's happening to you besides the energy levels?
Like for instance, because that was like my largest crowd I ever performed in front of, like Summer Jam. Like, I could literally I remember, like, I wish I knew you guys, and I hope you follow me and watching this. But it was two white guys and this girl that I just felt the energy. Like, out of the 20,000 people out there, I just felt them looking at me, just into me. So I really kept my eyes on them. So, like, once I get that feeling with somebody energy, like, I'm more so like, I could block out everything else. So, yeah, I definitely get that tunnel vision while performing.
I think it's a good thing. Beyonce calls it her Sasha Fierce, I think.
Yeah.
And people are like, oh, she crazy. No, as a performer, you get it.
Yeah, we all actors. I tell everybody, like, any artist, rapper, singer, we all actors. And we got to get into that character to be great. Like, she can't just be Beyonce and perform. Like, she got to get into Sasha. So
two different personalities.
I'm the same way. Yeah, I just don't know my alter ego name yet. I got to come up with one. I'm going to think of that today.
Yeah, think of it. Make sure you tag me and say, hey,
I think I found my alter ego. Yeah.
That'd be funny. So when you were backstage, did you actually get to meet any of them since you were so bashful?
Yeah, we were close. I spoke to all of them. I'm not bashful to the point where it's like I won't speak to you. It's just some things just feel so unreal to me. So, but yeah, we all spoke. We all chatted up. I actually met a few of them more times after that, like Casanova, who a big hip hop artist out in New York. So, like, afterwards it was cool, but just like I said, that was one of the best parts of coming through all this, is the connections I built, the people I met, and just to still have that there. So anytime where I come out with a new project, I could always go back to those people to help me promote or whatever the case may be.
So what would you say is the most important? A lot of people go, well, I don't know the people you know, or I don't have access to the people you know, or the connections. Did you have access to these connections prior or you just had your complete hustle mode on, and then that's what gave you the access to these people?
Yeah, that's what I try like to tell, especially my peers in my city. Like, I guess because I'm viewed as the popular one, but they gotta remember, how did I get popular? I didn't get popular because I was on the news one day. Like, I worked for this. Like, people know me because I almost force fed them. Like, I listen, this is me. I rap. I make sure every day you see me, you know that I rap. I take no days off with showing that. So I guess, like, far as getting the connections, like, it's not gonna come to you. I know, because we have social media nowadays, like, we think that everything will be a push of a button, but we still gotta put in the groundwork.
No easy
in.
button.
Yeah, sometimes I even just randomly text, like, the people I met, just to check on them, just to genuinely, like, yo, what's up? When your next event? I might pull up if I got some time, or just anything. So I really just, my advice as far as that is just, you gotta work for that. Like, it's not gonna come to you. Like, I didn't just wake up popular. I didn't wake up Tre Da Kid. Like, I gave people my all for people to wanna buy into me. Like, the thing is, like, even with my city, a lot of people, claim, or complain about the lack of support, but you got to give people something to support. Nobody's just going to, because you bake cookies, I'm supposed to buy your cookies when I could get some Keebler joints. Just because, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, you got to really, like, knock on them doors and give people something to feel like, I'm going to support this guy. And I feel like my city should support me. Like, something small is when she came in, she said, you from Baltimore? I instantly, no, I'm from Annapolis. I love Baltimore. I love the whole DMV area. But every chance I get, I tell people I'm from Annapolis, because I want what's happening to me to trickle down to not just my rappers, but bloggers, t-shirt makers, like I said, the cookie guy. Whatever you doing, I want Annapolis to be in that spotlight the same way I get it, and that's the only way to do it. But I can't put anybody in a position that's not working just as hard as me, because I'm gonna always put myself first. Like, I'm gonna always say Tre Da Kid, and then the Cookie Man, and then, but because I can't
you can't feed nobody else.
I can't do that.
Look, I'm always told, God do not stare parked cars. You gotta put your feet on the pavement and start moving, one foot in front of the other, before things start to happen for you. And in that movement, you will meet the connections. You will meet the right people to put you in the places you want to go. You can't meet anybody sitting on your sofa and just dreaming. Right. You have to put in the work. So you guys, as always, we're out of time. I hate being out of time.
We was just
time
getting
goes
good.
So fast.
Well, I am, before we go, I am working on a new project, which I'm thinking about releasing around March or April. So maybe I could come back and we, talk a little bit about that.
Always open.
Yeah.
My doors are always open. Anytime. You're always welcome.
I appreciate that. Yeah.
Look, I have a surprise for you as well. I'm going to post it just soon as get finished.
Word.
On social media, so you guys be on the lookout for that. Also, we like to talk about artistry here a lot, whether it's rappers, whether it's painters, whether it's whatever, and I do a lot of spotlights. And there's a school coming out, Esther, that is for the artists, but from an entrepreneurial standpoint. And so you guys be on the lookout for that. That is one of my sponsors today. We wanted to make sure we did this last, because any artist that really is true about their game and want to go far and have that burning desire and burn all bridges, they also need to know about the marketing, about how you promote yourself, public relations, contracts, the business end of it. So definitely you guys look for that. That's looking to launch summer of 2019.
Word.
But as always, be an original, because an original is always worth more than a copy. Have a great day, you guys.